Right, welcome back to part 2 of this simple UV unwrap. Okay, right, I've opened the folder where I've stored the out UV TIFF, which will be in your project folder in your images folder, and you'll have a folder in there called out UV. Now if you look before, it's all clear. It's because the TIFF that is generated through the snapshot has actually an alpha channel which makes it all invisible. So the first thing we're going to do is delete that. So I'm going to open the out UV TIFF in Photoshop. And because this is a very simple shape, we can pretty much predict where everything's going to be on it. Right. We just resize all this for the window. Okay, that's our UV there. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of that alpha chat. So if you go alpha channel. So if you go into channels, you'll see in there an alpha channel. In here, down here, just delete that out. Delete the channel, and I'm just going to save this. I'll save it. I'm going to go back into Maya now, and it should put it all in the correct thing. Now to actually load this up, because it's already in there, if we load it all up, if we go into our colour again, which will be along here somewhere, got loads of history, good idea to delete your history. And we go into the Lambert shader where I put it, we go into the colour channel where I put that. If we just hit reload, it loads it straight in. So now you can see it's loaded the wireframe, and all the black areas are black and the grey areas are, the white areas have come across onto the grey to be stretched there. Okay, so back in Photoshop, we don't want that. So what we're going to do is go back into layers, select the background layer, double click on it just to turn it into a normal layer. Then we go to image and adjustment and go down to invert. This will invert it to white and show us a bit clearer. Now you can already see where the shelves are going to be and things. I'm just going to create a new layer above that and then just shove in the basic kind of beigey colour that you would get on a sort of filing cabinet. This kind of funny old colour here, and I'm just going to fill that, and then I'm going to drop it below our wireframe and convert my wireframe to multiply. So now you can see the colour going in there. Okay, I'm going to save that out. And go back into this, go back into this, reload it, and see already you can see the colour's been applied to that. So I suggest you now mess around with that. Obviously when you've got everything in position, like for instance if I wanted to make the top of the cabinet kind of, let's break it up a bit and make the middle of the cabinet from about here a darker kind of colour. Let's go in there, make it kind of this colour. You could create these on new layers if you liked. Deselect that. And when you output, when you finally got everything in the right colour, then turn your wireframe off and just output it like that. And now it won't give me a wireframe around it. So if I reload it now, there you go. The front has got that darker colour and the rest is as you've seen it. Now we did actually separate this bottom drawer out, so it would be quite good to go in there and to actually take that drawer section, which is over here somewhere, down here. And you don't have to be exact with it, I can just put a bit over the top like this, and I can make that a darker colour, and then I could shove black in there, and obviously then, or dark, then turn that off and then save that out. Then go back into this again, reload it, and the bottom will be black, like that. So you get the general idea. Of course, you could put little logos, you could put a little lock on there if you wanted to, put that in position on the UV. And that's basic UV layout for this.